Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, my name is Richard Fain. I'm passionate about luxury cars, luxury watches. I've also created 3 additional streams of income that helps me afford and pay for those 2 passions. I've also worked in the financial services industry as a commercial banker for 25 years. Today I want to talk about what I believe are the 3 steps necessary to successfully start, establish, and grow a small business. In the United States, we have about 28 million businesses. And 99% of those businesses are considered small businesses. Now, my definition of a small business is a business that has less than $7 million in annual revenue and less than 500 employees. Now, there are all types of definitions out there for small business. Yours may be different, but that's my definition. There are many reasons people start small businesses, in my opinion. They have a great idea that they'd like to pursue, so they pursue it through a business. They want financial independence. They want to not work for someone else, but invest in themselves. So they start a small business. So whatever your reason for starting a small business, I want to say congratulations. Now, we know, statistically speaking, only 2/3 of all businesses that start survive the first 2 years. And only half, 50%, survive in 5 years. So if 100 businesses start, 50 of them will fail in the first 5 years. So today, I want to go over 3 steps that will hopefully help you be successful if you decide you want to start a small business. I'm not a business consultant, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, I do have 25 years of commercial banking experience, and I have had the opportunity to work with hundreds of small business owners. And the way I've worked with them is through lending them money to either start, establish, and grow their business. So I think I have a little bit of expertise around what, from a lender's perspective or a banker's perspective, what we would look for when we are evaluating if we're gonna lend money to a business owner or not. So let's dive into it. Step 1, do your research. The first thing you want to find out is there a need for your product or service? The second thing you'll want to find out is who would need my product and service? You know, would it be an individual? Is it going to be a business that'll need your product and service? Will it be a governmental entity? Would it be a foreign entity? You'll need to figure out who your customer is. The third thing is, are there companies in the marketplace that offer similar products and services? And then lastly, you'll need to know your competition. Who is your competition as it relates to this product and service? So do your research. There's some resources out there for you online. I recommend you go online, do a quick Google search of the product or service or idea that's gonna be behind you starting your business, and find out what's out there in the market. And then narrow or funnel that down to the area you're gonna be trying to sell that product and service in. And then even go out and do some physical visits, some of those competitors or potential competitors. That way you'll have a good idea of, 1, is there a need for your product? 2, who will need the product? 3, who's already potentially selling that product? And then 4, who's your competition? Step 2, make a plan. We know through SBA, Small Business Administration statistics, like I mentioned, half of these businesses fail who start out within the first 5 years. So you got to have a plan in place. There are 3 types of plans, in my opinion, that I've had an opportunity to talk with business owners about over the last 25 years when I'm looking at whether I'm going to, or whether my financial services company is going to lend money to them or not. First plan is a traditional business plan. A traditional business plan is a multi-page document that will cover what your product is, what's the market for that product, who your competition is, and what financial commitment will be needed in order to start this company and then get it to profitability. So I think those are your 4 major areas. Now, business plans can include a lot more than that, but I think those are the nuts and bolts of a traditional business plan. The second type of plan is a simple 1-page business plan. That simple 1-page business plan will help you organize your thoughts, put it on paper. It will give you a 1-page blueprint to starting your business. The third type of plan is no plan. Yes, no plan. I've seen and visited with quite a few business owners or potential business owners who wanted to start businesses, but they come into my office and they have no written plan at all. It's just all up in here. And honestly, guys, that's not a really good plan, especially if you're going to be looking for outside money to come in to help you fund this startup business. Investors, traditional banks are going to want to see a concrete, written out, well thought out plan before they'll be willing to lend you money or invest money in your business. So that's not a viable option, in my opinion. That no plan, third option, no plan, is not a viable option. So stick with traditional business plan or the simple 1-page business plan. Again, you can go out on the internet. There are sample business plans, both traditional and the simple business plan are out there for you to take a look at. You also have some resources probably in your own local area where you live. I would say there should be a small business development center perhaps in your area. It may not be called that, but it's something similar to that. Do some research in your area to find out if you have one of those places. Those types of places are dedicated to helping people do their business plans. They will refer them for funding resources as well. Very, very good. Normally they're for not-for-profit. They normally are attached to some type of university or college. Sometimes they're attached to your city's economic development office. So check with your city or your county. But that'll be a good resource for you as you're trying to create your plan. And also talk with other business owners who've been successful. Talk with them about how they put together their plan in order to give themselves a better chance to be successful. And then the third step is plan your finances. Now, that is a very, very important one, especially to a banker who's looking to evaluate your business and see if it has a chance to be successful and be willing to lend that business money. So I would recommend you put together a 12 to 24 month financial cash flow projections. And that simply is and most people use spreadsheets, so you got to have some level of ability to be able to go in and create a spreadsheet. But basically you create a spreadsheet that gives month by month your projected income that you feel you'll make from your business And then below that, you'll have your projected expenses. And month by month, it will show the reader, the lender or the investor, at what point does your business become a viable, profitable business. And that cash flow, those cash flow projections will help determine that. Depending upon the business you start, you could become profitable in month 1, or it may take you 24 months to become profitable. But what that tells you and tells the lender and tells an investor is, here's how much capital I'm gonna need in order to be profitable, to get to profitability. So you wanna have at least a 12 to 24 month projection, cash flow projection, to show that lender investor that you do have an opportunity to be successful, because you went through the numbers and you believe in month 12 you'll be profitable, or month 18 you'll be profitable. And then that will show the lender that you have some financial understanding of what it takes to get this business off the ground and running. So guys, those are the 3 steps that I think are critical to anyone that is looking to start a small business. Do your research, make a plan, and then plan your finances. Those 3 things. Also, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing and share the video. But until the next one, guys, peace.